Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. And ladies and gentlemen, I am becoming extremely excited, and you should be too. Because as I record this, we are days away from the opening of the Pokemon Center in London. We are finally getting an actual, factual, proper Pokemon Center. It is opening in London, and oh my goodness, it looks like an awful lot of fun. And yes, I will be at the Pokemon Center in London. In fact, I will be doing a live stream from the Pokemon Center in London, assuming they let me. I assume they will. The website specifically says you are allowed to film in it, so fingers crossed. If I'm allowed, and if all goes well, I will be actually live streaming from the Pokemon Center in London. So if you're going to go, you can get a sneak peek. And if you're not going, you can see what all the fuss is about. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at @TheWassy for all the information. It is likely I will actually be live streaming it on YouTube, youtube.com/PTCGRadio. I mean, look, you're watching this video on YouTube, right? So I'm assuming you can find the YouTube. I would like as many people as humanly possible to join in with that, so come on down, say hello. But in this video, my point is to try and show you why you should be excited and to show you all the information that we have about the Pokemon Center at the moment. Now, the good news is that it is actually there at the moment. We can see this lovely image that was posted on Twitter by Masuda, who's obviously the director of Sword and Shield. I believe he's directing Sword and Shield, fairly sure he is. And look how beautiful it looks. It looks wonderful. But what do we actually know about it? Well, the good news is they've set up a little bit of a website to give us a little bit of information. So it is opening up officially on Friday. That is, of course, the 18th of October. Now, there is an exclusive preview event going on the Thursday. This has been fairly widely publicised, and there have been competitions to go and get yourself some tickets to it. I am delighted to say that I will be at that preview event, hence the live stream on the Thursday. Please come and join in. I'll be very sad if nobody watches. Now, the opening hours are going to be 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday, noon till 6 p.m. on Sunday, and it is going to be located in Shepherd's Bush, London. It is going to be open until Friday, November the 15th, which some of you may recognise as the official release date of Pokemon Sword and Shield. What that essentially means is that you can actually go to the Pokemon Center on the release date of Sword and Shield, and if they're not selling the new games, I will be somewhat confused. Now, in terms of my plans, no. I will not be going again. The reason, very simply, is my wife is rather pregnant as I speak. We have a baby due around about the 15th of November, which means I'm going to be playing Sword and Shield mostly in the middle of the night. Hey, new baby. And so, no, there is definitely no chance I'll be making other trips up. If anyone's going and wants to say hi, I'll be there on the Thursday. I might be there on the Friday. It opens at 10 a.m. I have a train home at 2 p.m., but obviously the train doesn't leave from outside the Pokemon Center. So I've got friends queuing up very early on the Friday. There's a very good chance I end up going to hang with them. But anyway, back to the Pokemon Center itself. What do we know about it? Well, the good news is there is going to be a playable demo of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Now, the overwhelming likelihood is that it is the exact same demo as E3 and Insomnia. That is not necessarily confirmed, but it says, haven't been able to get your hands on the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield demo at events such as E3 and Insomnia? Visitors to Pokemon Center London will have a chance to play the demo in the shop's Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield themed area. Access to this demo area will be limited, so make sure to visit to get an advanced look at the Galar region. So, it's going to be the same demo. But still, I haven't played the demo, and I'm willing to bet a bunch of you haven't played the demo, so it is going to be an opportunity to actually go there and play. Now, it is not all good news. There are some things you should be slightly wary of. Please note that the store may close entry to customers earlier than scheduled in the event of high demand. Also, the shop may limit sales per customer in order to ensure that all guests are able to enjoy a similar experience. What that means is that, let's break it now, right? The one exclusive piece of merch we've been shown so far is the Gentleman Pikachu plush. It is beautiful. Obviously, I'll be buying one. That's going to be limited. Now, that's not official. That's not been confirmed and announced. But it is overwhelmingly likely that that will be limited to 1 or 2 per person. And it should be. Because if they don't limit it, a couple of moron scalpers are going to turn up. They're going to buy like 100 each. And then people going a week in aren't going to be able to buy the exclusive plush because a bunch of moron scalpers have already bought them. Don't be that dude. The Pokemon Center is there for everybody. Go ahead, buy your plush. Buying 1 extra plush for a friend who isn't able to make it, or somebody who had plans to go but their train got cancelled or whatever, that's a nice thing to do. Buying 100 and selling them on eBay at a vastly inflated price, what you're essentially doing is taking ones that should be sold at retail to actual fans and selling them over the internet purely for your own profit, although admittedly possibly to actual fans. No, I do not like it. And I am 100% in favour. Now we need to add in a little bit of an appendix here, because between originally recording this video and uploading it, the lovely Joe over at Cerebi.net has gone and exclusively revealed 3 more exclusive items which can only be purchased at the Pokemon Centre London. And this is a special exclusive Pokemon London City pin badge, a metallic pin badge featuring London City Pikachu, Gentleman Chew, Pokemon Trading Card Game London City sleeves, a set of 60 card sleeves featuring exclusive Pokemon Centre London artwork, and a London City playmat that features a crest featuring the London City Pikachu, Mewtwo, and Mew. Now, again, I think it is very likely that these will be limited in terms of how many you're actually allowed to buy. That is not confirmed, that is my conjecture, but I think it's a pretty safe bet. Huge shout out to Cerebi.net for the exclusive reveal. Congrats, by the way, that's a big get. And also, I've said this many times before, but I'll say it again, Cerebi is an amazing website. Either you know that already and you use them regularly, or you don't. Take it from me, you should be using them regularly. Okay, back to the video now. In terms of the closing early, basically don't rock up an hour before it closes, especially early on, because the reality is, right, that first Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be absolutely rammed. Partly because people are excited and want to go as early as possible. If I wasn't going to the preview event, I'd be going on the Friday. And partly because people are worried that the exclusive merch is going to sell out. And that is a little bit sad. Now, in terms of entry, it's not a ticketed event, it is literally just a shop. The shop is open to all members of the public, but the demo will have limited access, and a wristband system will be operated in the event of high demand. I'm assuming there will be high demand. So, yeah. Obviously, it's not going to cost you anything to get in, although it will probably cost you quite a lot, because look, there's going to be so much cool stuff there. And there's going to be queues, right? Maybe if you go kind of early November when it's been there for a couple of weeks on a Tuesday during term time, it will be quite good. The other thing to note, if you're not from the UK, next week, as in starting from the day after the Pokemon Center opens, it is half term in the UK. That means schools are closed, which means the first full week of opening is going to be exceptionally busy, as people who have children and children are going to want to either go if they live in London or make the trip up if they don't. After that first week, when schools go back, it should be a little bit quieter. But do please bear in mind that first week is going to be exceptionally busy. And it does say, can I film the experience on my phone? Yes, it is fine to film your experience on your phone. Now, it does specifically say phone, so maybe don't drag an entire film crew with you. Weirdly enough, the gentleman with whom I'm going to be staying when I visit London is a professional director of photography who films and music videos and such. And I probably could actually take a proper, professional film setup, or at least kind of like a mini one. Maybe that's cheeky? I don't know. Only one way to find out. Now, in terms of what it's going to be selling, what do we know about it? We know that the Gentleman Pikachu plush is going to be exclusive, and it has also been announced on the official Pokemon Twitter that you are going to be able to buy plushes of the first partner Pokemon from Sword and Shield. That is Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. You will be able to buy all 3 of those plushes when you go along. The real question is, are you going to be able to buy any other gala merchandise? And I'm not entirely sure, though my prediction is a resounding yes. And the reason for that is that it was recently announced, weirdly on the American Pokemon Twitter, that there is going to be a whole bunch of Galarian-themed goodies, which are going to be sold on PokemonCenter.com, which does not ship to the UK. Boo! And it's going to have a whole bunch of stuff from jerseys to pins to mugs, backpacks and all sorts. So I don't know if this stuff is going to be sold in the Pokemon Center London, but I don't see why it wouldn't be. It's clearly already been produced, hence why there are pictures on the website. And we're less than a month away. Actually, as I record this, we are exactly a month away from Sword and Shield being released. And it's building hype for the new game, which, let's face it, is largely what the Pokemon Center is there for. So don't quote me on this. I cannot say for absolutely certain, but it would be very strange to me if a lot, if not all of this gala merchandise didn't find its way down to the Pokemon Center in London. Should you be excited? Oh my goodness, yes you should. Should you go? Yes. Now, there are 3 reasons, as far as I'm concerned, that if you have the opportunity to go, it's a no-brainer. Number 1, it is an actual Pokemon Center outside of Asia. We don't get them very often. Number 2, you can play Pokemon Sword and Shield before release. Number 3, Gentleman Pikachu plush, which is not going to be available elsewhere. Now, me personally, I'm taking 3 days off work, taking a 5-hour train, that's 5 hours there, 5 hours back, inconveniencing my friend with whom I'm staying for a couple of days, and generally going to an awful lot of effort. I cannot tell you whether it will be worth it for all of you, but I can tell you that I've got a friend coming over from Chicago purely to visit, and I've got a bunch of friends coming over from Europe purely to visit, and if nothing else, it's going to be cool to hang out with them. So there we go. The Pokemon Center is coming to London, and I could not be any happier. But I'd like to know what you think. What do you think about the Pokemon Center London? How good do you think it's going to be? Are you planning to go? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Me nice. And then make sure you like these videos, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. Though do please keep an eye on the YouTube, because that's where I'm going to hopefully be live streaming from the Pokemon Center. If you want to support the channel, and let's face it, I'm going to be pretty much bankrupt after going to the Pokemon Center, then head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, and you can get weekly bonus podcasts where I answer all of your questions, and we'll of course be telling all about the Pokemon Center. Although, obviously, I'll be telling on YouTube and all as well. But, you know, you can ask whatever questions you like over there. And do consider checking out youtube.com/WassyPlays, where we talk about games that don't have Pokemon in, but are still pretty gosh darned awesome. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.